welcome back to my channel. It is your sis TheKeyKatrell, also known as I am TheKeyKatrell on all social media platforms. And what's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? So this is gonna be real quick, short, to the point. I just wanted to come and testify. I just wanted to come and talk about how faithful God is. I know how I have told y'all that I feel like God was blessing me. If y'all hear the rain, it is raining, and let us let this be prophetic, okay? I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. There is a sound of an abundance of rain, okay? My God, today, glory. Glory, glory, glory. But I just wanted to come and testify. Really, really quick video. Y'all know I've been telling y'all how I feel like God had been restoring me, like, internally, but not giving me the actual physical manifestations of restoration, meaning like the finances, the job, the paying my car note up, all the different things. I literally just made a video the other day, and I was talking about how my car note was one of the things that I was really trying to like get ahead of. And then I also mentioned like needing a job, right? Y'all, okay, so within 48 hours of me saying that and releasing that in that video, my aunt had previously paid 1 month of my car note before, so she had my login information to my car app or whatever, so she could see like how much I owed and all of these different things. So y'all, I owed a total of $2,267 or something, right? We're gonna say $268. That's how much I owed on my car. Now that balance was my past due payments, late fees, plus an additional $1,000-some from when my car got repossessed. Now my car note people kept telling me like the repossession fee, it's whatever, like we're in no rush to pay that, like you don't have to pay that, like we're worried about your car note, get your car note up to date. So that's that. I was telling so recently, I think it was like a week before I made that video, my aunt had already paid $515 on my car note to get me out of repossession status, because you know when your car is 3 months behind, you're in repossession status. So I was 3 months behind at that time. She paid that one payment for my car note. However, when she paid it, the next day they attached January's back on there, which is the 28th. So they attached my January car note to it. So now I'm still 3 months behind right after she paid that or whatever. So that was that. So my aunt had paid it previously. The other night, I wish I would have wrote down the dates. I'm gonna put everything on the screen. I'll put the dates on the screen. The other night, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had woke up because I thought I heard the tow truck outside. Y'all, I'm traumatized. PTSD. Okay? I thought it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I thought it was a tow truck coming to get my car. Okay, but it was actually just the garbage truck, and they was on a completely different street. But I had text my auntie. I was like, girl, I just hopped up out this bed thinking that it was the tow people to come and get my car. I was like, I am so embarrassed. And I went back to sleep, left it alone, didn't say nothing of it. My auntie literally ha-ha'd the message and never texts me back. I went back to sleep. I wake up at 7:30. I check my email. Like I always check my email. Like that is one of the first things I do in the morning. I probably should be talking to the Lord first, but I do check my email like immediately when I wake up. So I check my email and I see Exeter Finance. That's who my car is through. I see Exeter Finance sent me an email, and I'm like, when did they start sending me stuff to let me know that, you know, my bill is due? So in my mind, I'm just thinking that they're sending me an invoice saying that this is what I need to pay. Remind y'all, I'm just not waking up. I look up and I finally wipe my eyes and I look and I said, no, this says $2,267 have been paid. This was a payment confirmation email. Okay. So at the time, my auntie literally got up that morning and paid $2,267 on my car note. So I text her and I'm like, I know not. I'm like, I put her name. I was like, I know you did. And she was like, the Holy Spirit. And she was like, the Holy Spirit be working or something like that. And I was like, God, what's the one thing that I have been stressing about? So in my mind, because she paid the $2,000 something, I'm thinking that that's covering my repossession, my late fees, and my car note. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm good until February. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I got to February 28th to I got until February the 28th to get $515 to pay my car note. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. The other night, because this is the thing, like with my car note people, sometimes it takes like 24 hours for them to update their website. So I'm going off of my thinking of what that balance was paid to, right? So the other day, I'm laying in the bed. I'm laying in the bed. My cousin, he over there sitting at the desk or whatever, and I'm talking to him, but I have been trying to check my car note account on my phone, but for some reason it would never go through. It was not working. So I'm laying down, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to him, and something tells me to just go ahead and look at your account. So I sign into my account, y'all. Why did they not use that extra $1,000 to put it towards the repossession fee? They put it towards my car note. Y'all, my car note is paid up until April 28th of this year. So I have literally 3 months to rest my mind, to relax my mind, and to prepare. And to save. Like, I don't have to stress. I don't have to worry. I don't have to try to figure it out. Right now, my only bill that I have to worry about is my phone bill. And once I get this bill, I got two, like, my bill is behind a month. So once I get this one paid and then an additional one, I will literally be caught up on my phone bill to where I am current in that as well. Right? So I'm like, okay, God, I see the restoration, the physical, the tangible, the monetary restoration is actually coming. You're doing this. Like, y'all, I literally put in that video. Listen to what I said. Car note to be caught up. I'm tired of these people calling me. Okay, I'm ready for that. However, okay, I literally had just said, like, God, I'm ready for this car note to be paid because I'm tired of these people calling me. I literally said that. I said that, right? So that's that. So I've been so happy, been so in awe of God. I've been so grateful, so thankful, just in such a like posture, like, God, you're really doing your big one. Okay, so boom. I also said in that video, like, I need a job. I need a job so that I can pour into my business and do the things that God has been calling me to do. Now, y'all, this is where y'all minds are about to be blown. Y'all see what I got on? I got on some slack pants. I got on a cardigan. I got on a headband. I got on my little office attire, right? I had an interview this morning. I had an interview this morning for a staffing agency, okay? My friend, she literally was like, you know about this company. I'm not gonna say the name of the company because Vicksburg is way too small, okay? My friend was like, have you heard the name of this company? And I was like, no, I don't know them or whatever. She was like, I think you should like reach out and put in an application. They help you find jobs and stuff. So I'm like, okay, bet. I put in the application, I do the thing. She calls me back. She was like, hey, can we schedule you in for an interview on Tuesday at 9:45? And I'm like, okay, great. They have clerical positions. So I'm like, this is going to be great. This is going to be good. This is what I need. Okay. So this morning I get up, I'm kind of nervous, but my friend, she's talking to me. She's telling me everything gonna be okay. Then I talked to my cousin. He encouraged me or whatever. And then I literally just say the prayer and I was like, Lord, let favor meet me. I said, Lord, open the door that you want to be open. I said, God, I'm believing that this is mine. I want you to do something. I was like, I want to leave here today with good news. I was like, I want to leave here today with good news. So, y'all. So, the lady, she comes back there. She gets me. So, there's two ladies. We're going to say Lady A and Lady B. So Lady A, she comes and gets me. She asks me all of these questions or whatever. We're going through the interview process. And she's asking me, my background, my history, all of the different things. She asked me about my last two jobs or whatever. And then she goes on to ask me, like, she was like, so what were you doing after the last time you left your job. And I told her about the Bride's Helper & Co., about how I was helping people like create their own brands and their own ministries and like their own brands, their own websites and stuff like that. And she was like, okay, give me more details about that. So I'm giving her more details about it or whatever, because it's on my resume, but I didn't submit that on the online form for the company or whatever. So I'm giving her the information or whatever, we do all of that, we wrap it up. She's like, send me your resume. And I'm like, I uploaded it online, but she was like, send me your resume. So I was like, okay, bet. I'm sending her my resume. So I go into this other room. So this is Lady C. Lady C is talking to me and some more people. And she's talking to me and some more people. Now Lady B comes out and she comes next to Lady C. And she's like, when you're done, ask her, does she have a business card? And the Lady C was looking like, what is she talking about? I was like, oh, I know what she's talking about. I was like, I don't have a business card, but I'll give her my information. So I left it at that. I didn't think nothing else of it. So I go on by my day, do everything else not going by my day. I go on by the time that I'm there, doing everything else I need to do, like, to get squared away for the job. So I finished my last of my paperwork for the actual company, right? So I am looking for a job through a staffing agency. So I wanted the staffing agency to find me contract work for another person. So I complete my job. I complete the stuff that I need for the staffing agency to find me a job with somebody else. So the Lady C is like, stay sitting right here. Lady B wants to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't think nothing of it, but I'm like, okay, cool. Lady B comes out. We walks over to the room. And she's like, I overheard some of your interview. And I know that you do branding and social media. And I have been thinking about bringing somebody along for this. And I would like to create a position just for you. And she was like, send me all of the things of like what you could do for the company, how much you want to be paid. Send me all of this documentation and we could work something out. Then she goes on and say that she also needs somebody to work in the actual office. And I will be a great candidate for that. So I went in there to get this staffing agency to get me a job to work with somebody else. But I left with a potential job with the actual company that I went to go and interview for them to find me another job. Do y'all get what I'm saying? God opened a door and God created a door and then opened the door for me. Okay? Like, y'all, that lady was like, you're it. Like, you're it. Like, I want you. So I could potentially, y'all, it's mine. Like, at the end of the day, it's mine. I just have to submit some stuff over to her and I will officially start in March. But just think about it. God knew that one of my biggest stresses was my car note and how I could pay it. And God saw fit to where, like, right now I'm not going to be working for the month of February. So I still have to, like, February, it's on God, right? Well, it's always going to be on God, but February is on God. But God also knew, he already knew that this woman was going to offer me a position that wasn't going to start till March. And, when I start in March, I'm going to have to, like, work before I actually get an income. So the next time my car note is due, it will be due when I actually have the income to pay it. Okay, and to sustain it, God paid me up until he know I was going to be able to receive the income to pay my car note. Y'all, I don't think y'all catching it. God created a door. He opened a door specifically for me. For the last year and a half, I have been doing what it is that God himself called me to do. It wasn't bringing in a lot of income. It wasn't it couldn't sustain me like a full-time job was, but I was being obedient to the Lord. I didn't understand why God had me doing all of the things that he had me doing, but it was for this moment. If I would have never started the business, I would have never been able to speak out of my mouth that this is something that I do. Therefore, then an actual position could not have been created for me because I wouldn't have had the background or the experience that is needed for what this woman needs for her company. And she is the manager. The manager herself creating a position specifically for me. Y'all cannot tell me that God will not meet you at the place that he is sending you to. I could not see why God was sending me back home. I could not see how my restoration was going to happen here, especially financially, because we are one of the poorest states in Mississippi. We're one of the poorest states. We're one of the poorest states in the United States of America. Mississippi is. So it's just like, I couldn't see it. I couldn't understand it. It didn't make sense to me. But God said, go back. Do what I'm telling you to do. And then when I applied for this position, y'all, I haven't worked for $15 in a long time. Like, my last 2 jobs, I was making $20. Okay. So like $15, I feel like that was like, ooh. But when I saw the $15, I literally was like, God, I will humble myself and I will take this. Y'all know my last 2 years have been about humility, humbling myself before the Lord, not making money an idol. And I really do believe that God saw my heart. He saw that I had humbled myself before him and said, God, I know that $15 may not sound like a lot, but I believe that you are Jehovah Jireh, who will still supply and who will still provide outside of this $15. I believe that you can help me make this $15 stretch. I believe, like, I humbled myself and I was going to do it. I told God, if you just open a door for me, I will walk through it. I will humble myself. I will say yes, and I will be faithful with it. And God, I really believe he saw the humility. He saw my heart. He saw my yes. He saw my surrender, and he opened this door for me. So if you're worried about doing the thing that God told you to do because you cannot see on the other side of it, let my life be a testament that God is faithful, and that wherever he sends you, there will be overflow. There will be provision. There will be favor. My drought had ran out in Texas. That God, the doors that I thought God was opening for me, looks nothing like the ones he's actually opening for me here. It looks different. There's not this fight. There's not this tug. Like, I literally had asked God, I said, God, am I in a season where you're fighting for me, or am I in a season where I have to take it by force? And every day the Lord is showing me, you are in a season where you rest. I'll fight for you. God is doing the hard thing for me. I am resting. I am obeying. I am surrendering. I am saying yes. And in the midst of that, God is restoring me. He is allowing my life to be evidence of his goodness and of his faithfulness. If God gives you an instruction, obey him. I've said this time and time before. God honors obedience. God honors obedience. When I first left my job, y'all saw the provision, you saw the overflow, you saw the favor, you saw how God was showing up and showing out for me because he honors obedience. There became a time where I was no longer obedient in my heart. I was double-minded. I was unsure in all of my ways, and my life reflected it. God was still taking care of me, but there wasn't no overflow. He was giving me just enough. He was giving me daily manna. And a lot of us are in a place where we are receiving daily manna because we are in positions and around people and places that God is saying, you have outgrown this place. It's time to go to the next destination. It's time to go to the place that I am sending you. God is no longer trying to provide for you through the raven. He has said, now I need you to go to the widow. And this is so crazy. I'm getting this right now, Revelation. In the Bible, the widows are people who really don't have it like that, because, you know, back in those days, the husbands took care of everything. So if you lost your husband, you are a widow and you are somebody that's really without. And I know I kept telling y'all, I can't see how God could use me in Vicksburg, how God can provide for me in Vicksburg. Just how I know Elijah was like, you're sending me to a widow. How can a widow give me provision? How can a widow that doesn't have, oh, I need my Bible. I need my Bible. Hold, please. All right, I got my Bible because I think I got my notes in here. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So, widows, Okay, so in this, oh my God, Lord, I love when he gives I love when he gives revelation. So y'all know originally God was feeding Elijah through the ravens, right? Which was unconventional provision. And we know that God was providing for me unconventionally, like the way that he was sowing seeds and the way that he was starting business, had me starting business and doing things. It looked very unconventional for the season of life that I was in, right? But God sent me to Vicksburg. He sent me back here, a place where I feel like it's a place that does not have a lot. So I'm just like, God, how can you send me back to this place that seems like a place of lack and give me overflow and give me provision? That does not make sense. How can Vicksburg, Mississippi produce more than Texas did? How can the widow give me more than a raven? How can Vicksburg, Mississippi give me the restoration that I've been believing for when it already doesn't have enough or have a lot to actually give? So in my Bible, I put, widows had no means to provide, yet God used her lack to display his abundance. Widows were extremely vulnerable and had no male protection or financial stability. He chose a widow to show that he provides for the least expected and those deemed unqualified by society. People will always say, Vicksburg ain't got nothing to offer. Vicksburg sure ain't got nothing to offer. We are deemed unqualified by society. We're one of the poorest states. We have nothing to offer. Minimum wage is $7.25. Like... It's in society eyes, heck, even in my eyes, Vicksburg was deemed unqualified, but God is still using this place to provide for me. Somebody better catch it. Okay, God could be sending you to a place where you feel like there is no way lack can be produced here, but God is saying, if you just trust me, if I can provide in unconventional ways, I can provide in a way where what looks like lack or feels like lack is really overflow. It's really abundance. I know somewhere in scripture, hold on, it says, she went away and did as Elijah told her. So there was food every day for Elijah and for the woman and her family. In that place, they had more than enough. This widow had said, I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. When I came home, I didn't have anything. Okay, all I had was what I had. And God has said, if you take what you have, if you take the little that I have given you, and if you give it to me, if you submit it to me, if you come to this place, I will provide and I will give you overflow. Somebody better trust and believe that if God is sending you to a new place, if he is sending you to a new destination, if God is telling you to move forward, he is telling you because provision, overflow, favor, and restoration is waiting on you there. Y'all, I couldn't imagine. I'm like, God, you know I need my car note paid up, but who gonna come up? How can I come up with almost $3,000 to get my car note up today? I have been putting in applications for the past like 6 months in Texas. Texas is huge. People could not understand, like, how was nobody calling me back? It was not time. God wasn't allowing them to, okay? Texas seemed huge, but nobody was creating jobs and opportunities for me there. God sent me back to a place where lack, and we don't have that many jobs and that many opportunities, and he created a job and an opportunity just for me because I said yes to him. Say 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 yes to him. Oh my God. I put in my Bible, Elijah was in the exact place God instructed him to be. Prayers can go unheard or seem that way because we might be in a place God never called us to be, or we've moved prematurely from that place of provision. Ask God, am I no longer in a place where you want to provide? And if I am, God, show me where it is that you want me to go. And I think it's I can't think of the scripture off the top of my head, but let your response be, send me, Lord, I'll go. Send me, Lord, I'll go. And wherever he's asking of you, wherever he's telling you to go with him. I promise y'all, it is so worth it. 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 God has done so much restoring me in the last 2 months than I've been restored in the last year and a half in Texas. Like, y'all know, I come up here and I tell the truth and I share my life and I share I share all of the things. I'm very honest and transparent. I am so grateful and I'm so thankful that God sent me back home. I was tired. I was exhausted. I was frustrated. I was at a place where I was literally slowly falling out of love with God because I felt like everything that he was doing to me was so unnecessary. It felt like he was just beating me down. I felt like I was drowning and he would not save me. But as I look back, I'm just like, God, was I out of position? Had I stopped listening to you? Or were you just preparing me for this season that you was getting ready to bring me into? God, whatever it is, I say thank you. I thank you for the struggle. I thank you for the stripping. I thank you for the sacrifices I had to make. I thank you for the homelessness. I thank you for the manna. I thank you for it all because now as I'm walking into this season of restoration, my heart is different. I'm more humble. I'm more meek. I'm more surrendered. I'm more grateful. I'm more thankful. Y'all, I can't even hold y'all. I'm somebody that, y'all know, normally I get upset. I get frustrated. I get angry. The smallest inconvenience, it upsets me. But my mind has shifted so much with being home. I had my interview. I was extremely hungry. Y'all know Apple. I unlocked my card. Apple snatched some money out of my account and put me in a negative $20. I had no money to get anything to eat. I've been literally waiting around just trying to ask God to provide provision for me so I can get me something to eat or whatever. So I look in my purse. I had $2.42. I'm not joking. I had $2.42 and I looked on my McDonald's app and I had a free Mac chicken. I went through the drive-thru and I got a Mac chicken and I got a large Coke. The Mac chicken was free. The large Coke was $2.41. And I literally sat in that parking lot and I said, God, this wasn't what I wanted, but I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that you provided a way for me to eat. I said, thank you. Thank you for hearing me and thank you for always making a way. Even if it's not the way that I want or I expect, thank you for always showing up for me. You didn't have to tell me to look in my purse. You didn't have to tell me to check the app. I could have just been walking around hungry, but you didn't see fit for me to be hungry and you gave me provision. So God, I thank you. I thank you that I won't have to keep going through this. I thank you that I'm stepping into a season and I'm stepping into a moment in time where provision is no longer going to be my portion because overflow is what you have stored up for me. My heart is different. My gratitude is different. My thankfulness is different. My response is different. In this season, respond to God differently. When things are happening and it does not feel good. When things are happening and you like, God, where are you? Continue to remind yourself that he is with you. If he did not open the door, if he did not come through, if he did not give you the provision, it is because it is not time. It's not because he's punishing you. It's not because he doesn't want to give it to you. God is a God of order. He is a God of time. So ask God to continue to give you strength to be patient in the wait and to see from his perspective in everything that he chooses to do and how he chooses to move concerning you. I hope that makes sense. But I just wanted to come and share that with y'all. Like, I really do believe that I am in a season of Amos 9:13-15, literally one heel on the blessing of another. I believe, like, the other day I said, God, for the month of February, I was like, I want a miracle every day. Every day in the month of February, I want to see a miracle. I don't care if it's small or big. I want to see your hand. I want to see your heart. I want to see your love. I want to see your abundance. I want to see your provision. Every day, I want to see a miracle. And I'm telling you, every day, I have seen a miracle, whether that be big or small. God has been showing up and showing out. So I just wanted to come and testify and say, God is doing it, y'all. He's restoring me. My car note is paid up till April. Okay, that in itself is a blessing because y'all know I've been through hell with this car note. Okay, I've been through hell with this car note, and God created an entire position specifically for me and the things that he put on the inside of me to do. The things he put on the inside of me. He opened a door specifically for me to do the thing that he told me to go forth to do last year. And not only am I doing that, something that I love, I'm also being able to help those in need. And I'm also I am a young woman, and I'm being put in an office with people who have been there 30, 20 plus years. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all, that's a big deal. These people have been established in this place, and they are bringing me along. Like, that is huge. And so I went in there expecting one thing, and I left with even greater news. And so I'm praying that not only does God bless me, not only does God show out and show up for me, not only do I get to see the miracles, the signs, the wonders, and see his hand, to see his heart, to see his love, to see his faithfulness and his provision, and that I get to see one blessing on the hill of another, but you do as well. This is our season. This is our time. We will reap a harvest if we faint not. I thank God that even in the midst of my pain, my sorrow, my heaviness, that I did not faint, because now I am reaping a harvest, and that harvest is so beautiful. And I'm so grateful and so thankful that I get to share my life and my journey with y'all. And I pray that my life will continuously be evidence of God's faithfulness, and it will give you the strength, the courage to just say yes and to keep going. Life for me ain't been easy. This journey has not been easy, but I stay down with God even when I don't want to. I fight tooth and nail to keep my faith. And I thank God for Jesus, because it reminds me of the scripture where he says, Simon, Simon, the enemy has came to sift you like wheat, but I have been praying that your faith would not be broken or shaken. And when you have come out of this, I'm paraphrasing, that you will go back and strengthen your brothers. This is me strengthening my brothers and my sisters. God stepped in. Jesus prayed for me. My faith has not been shaken. And now I'm praying the same prayer for you, that your faith will not be shaken. And when you come out of this, that you will go and that you will strengthen and encourage your brothers and sisters to say, go forth, to keep the faith and do what it is that God is calling you to do. But that's it. That's all. I got to go and do some schoolwork. So I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to try to really comment back, because I need to do better with that. But I love y'all so much. Okay? Don't forget, you are called, you are chosen, and you are loved. I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. Until the next time. Peace.